Hi, Vencore Weather meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, October 31st. A chilly morning here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Many areas have low temperatures in the mid to upper 30s, even some frost around in the suburbs to the north and west of Philadelphia. It'll turn even colder this weekend. A cold blast arrives Saturday night, continues on Sunday, riding in on strong north to northwest winds, all thanks to a powerful storm that will form off the Mid-Atlantic coastline early this weekend. It'll then exit off to the north and east by the latter part of the weekend. Temperatures on Sunday, despite some sunshine, will hold at way below normal levels in the 40s up and down the I-95 corridor. We will experience a warm-up next week, and by the middle part of next week, high temperatures should be back up in the 60s in the I-95 corridor. Well, let's start off by looking at the latest surface map. There's a couple of different low-pressure areas down in the deep south. One here in the southwestern part of Tennessee, northern part of Mississippi, another off the southeast coastline. But the main area of interest really is this low pressure area over the Great Lakes region. That's associated with the deep upper level trough that we've been focusing in on over the past several days. Once this drops all the way down into the Carolinas and then pushes off the Mid-Atlantic coastline, that'll set off the development of a powerful storm in this region that will ride off to the north and east during the second half of the weekend. And on the heels of this powerful coastal storm, again, well off the coast, powerful winds will usher in very cold air into the I-95 corridor for this time of the year, tomorrow night and on Sunday. Well, here's a look at the radar loop in the northeastern part of the country. There are some rain showers associated with this upper level low over the Great Lakes region, but the I-95 corridor between D.C., Philly, and New York City should remain rain-free right through the early evening hours. Of course, that's important because it's Halloween and the trick-or-treaters will be out early this evening. It should remain rain-free until late tonight. After midnight, there can certainly be the outbreak of some rain showers, and the threat for rain showers will continue right through the day tomorrow into the early part of tomorrow night, and there can even be a period of steadier rain later on tomorrow into the early part of tomorrow evening. Well, here's a current infrared imagery loop from the SSEC Wisconsin website. Again, the main area of interest here is this patch of clouds over the Great Lakes and associated rain showers. This represents where the deep upper level disturbance is, and that drops to the south and east over the next 24 hours into the Carolinas. Once it reaches the coastal region, that's when explosive development will occur off the east coast this week, and there will actually be two separate low pressure areas. One can be visible right now here using this infrared satellite imagery loop. That'll ride off to the north and east, but then a second area of low pressure will really intensify during the day on Saturday off the Mid-Atlantic coastline, and then it continues to push to the north and east, intensifying all the way by the time it reaches the southeastern part of New England, well off the coast of the southeastern part of New England by late tomorrow night, early Sunday. It'll be quite a powerful storm, and strong winds out of the north to the northwest will be noticeable up and down the I-95 corridor, with the cold air pouring in tomorrow night and on Sunday. The coldest part of the upcoming weekend is likely to be late Sunday night, early Monday morning, when temperatures drop to or even slightly below the freezing mark, even into the big cities along the I-95 corridor from D.C. to Baltimore, Philadelphia, and New York City. Again, the best chance for a freeze from this upcoming weekend cold blast will be late Sunday night, early Monday morning. Well, let's see what last night's Zero-Z GFS model run did for this upcoming weekend event. This is actually the current 500 millibar map. Again, we've been focusing all week on this deep upper level disturbance. That's the main player here. And here, currently, it's situated right over the Great Lakes region. This will dive to the south and east during the next 12 to 24 hours or so into the Carolinas. And the fact that it dives all the way down that far south will actually may result in record-breaking cold in the deep south. Areas like from the Carolinas down to Florida can experience some record-breaking cold this week, and with the deep far south movement of this upper level disturbance. Once it reaches the coastal regions of the Mid-Atlantic region on Saturday, that's when low pressure will really intensify off the Mid-Atlantic coastline and then intensify as it pulls to the north and east to off of Maine by late tomorrow night and early Sunday morning. Well, here's the forecasted upper level map, 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet or so for tomorrow morning. That deep upper level disturbance now situated over the western Great Lakes dives to the south and east into the Carolinas. Right around this time, that's when significant low pressure will develop off the Mid-Atlantic coastline, and it will intensify rapidly during the day on Saturday, riding to the north and east, well off the coastline. But by the time it reaches the southeastern part of Canada early Sunday morning, it'll be quite a powerful storm, and the result will be strong north to northwest winds in the I-95 corridor later on tomorrow night and continuing throughout the day on Sunday. Well, let's now focus in on the surface forecast maps from last night's 0Z GFS model run. We'll look at 12-hour increments from tonight into Sunday morning. This is the forecast map for this evening. Again, low pressure situated off the east coast. That is not the main low. That's the initial low here off the coast. Not until this disturbance reaches the Mid-Atlantic coastline will we see the development of the main low. But by this evening, there will be rain shower activity all the way into the western part of the Mid-Atlantic region. Again, it looks rain-free right through the early part of tonight from D.C. across to Philadelphia, New York City. Good news for trick-or-treaters early this evening. Late tonight, there can be some breakout of some rain showers up and down the I-95 corridor. Well, here's the forecast map for tomorrow morning. Again, this is the initial low right here. There's starting to be some reflection of a second low down in the eastern part of the Carolinas early tomorrow morning. And here is the rain and snow associated with that upper level disturbance. By the way, best chance for significant snow with this weekend system will be pretty much in this region right here as that upper level low moves over places like the Blue Ridge Parkway, southwestern Virginia, western North Carolina, the eastern part of West Virginia. Those areas can get significant snowfall out of this situation. And on the end of this weekend scenario, the eastern part of Maine, up in this region right here, can get some accumulating snowfall as this second low passes on by as it moves to the north and east by the latter part of the weekend. So these two areas circled right here are the areas where there can be some significant snowfall this weekend. And here's the forecast map for tomorrow evening, Saturday evening. And here is the second low. This will become the main low. That initial low moves to the north and east and tends to weaken. This will become the main low by the latter part of the weekend. By this time tomorrow night, this is when the winds will really be noticeable up and down the I-95 corridor, and cold air will pour in. Low temperatures by early Sunday morning in the 30s, probably the mid to upper 30s. Again, the best chance for a freeze will be late Sunday night, early Monday morning, when temperatures could bottom out at or even just below the freezing mark up and down the I-95 corridor, even into the big cities. Again, late Sunday night, early Monday morning. Well, finally, here's the forecast map from last night's 0Z GFS model run for Sunday morning. By this time, there is one low. It's a powerful low. Strong north to northwest winds in the Mid-Atlantic region with cold, cold air pouring in. Temperatures on Sunday, despite some sunshine, will hold in the 40s, way below normal for this time of the year. And this is when the eastern or perhaps central part of Maine can get some accumulating snow as this second low pulls off to the north and east. So portions of Maine and along the Blue Ridge Parkway down here in West Virginia, western North Carolina, southwestern Virginia can get some significant snowfall this weekend. And again, from the Carolinas down to Florida, there can be some record-breaking cold associated with this weekend cold blast. We will get milder next week. In fact, by the middle part of next week, high temperatures in the I-95 corridor are likely to return to the 60s following this abnormally cold upcoming weekend. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.